Lots of dads are angry at their ex. I get it. They're crazy about what happens, but that's not really what they're angry at the most. I've sat and talked with thousands of dads in the last 30 days. Let me tell you what's really going on. Until you name the real root that you keep bleeding on everyone who didn't cut you, you're angry at yourself. And therefore, that anger is going to bleed on everybody else. I'm going to show you some things today about what's going on right there. You think it's about the custody, the disrespect, or the betrayal. But anger is usually a mask for deeper pain, guilt, regret, or just powerlessness. It's like, I didn't see this coming. And it's just being angry about getting sideswiped, getting crushed like that. So let me give you a few truth bombs in this. And then at the end, you let me know in the comments which one hit you the most. Number one, truth bomb. You lost control. Divorce strips you of stability, time, identity, routine. That loss triggers rage because deep down you feel powerless, right? You never learned how to grieve or process, and so it becomes anger. And that anger just explodes very quickly. The next truth bomb, let me know if this one hits you. You don't trust yourself. Many dads that I talk to, they're angry because they ignored red flags in the marriage, or they think they failed their kids. It's not her that you're mad at. It's the version of you who didn't protect your future. Say it again. It's not her you're mad at. It's the version of you who didn't protect your future. Until you forgive yourself, your anger is going to sabotage every good thing that comes next. And we don't want that. And you don't want that. So the cost, what's the cost of staying angry? As you show up angry, co-parenting, with your kids, you show up angry. God, you're angry. Yourself, you're angry. It's just like a constant virus that's affecting everything. It affects your money, affects your sleep, affects your peace. I just had a call with a guy that he's not sleeping because of this. He's staying up at night. And guess what happens? He doesn't sleep well. And then guess what happens with work? He doesn't work well. And then guess what happens with his revenue? His revenue isn't where it's all supposed to be. Why? Because there's something internal that is sabotaging all of those things. And that's what I'm talking with you about today. Anger unhealed becomes your legacy passed down. You don't want this happening to your kids. You don't want your kids to deal with this. And they're going to look at you. Let me show you how to release it. Let me show you how to get rid of this thing so you're not holding on to it. First of all, you got to face it. You got to name it. You got to write it down. You got to get it out of your head and onto a piece of paper. I tell guys all the time, I say, we got to empty your pockets, man. You know, like with kids, and before you wash their clothes, you got to empty their pockets because who knows what's going to be in that washing machine. And I just did something recently, and it just destroyed everything. We got to empty your pockets. Face it. Name it. Write it down. Forgive you. And you say, but I've done that. Well, then this is something that you haven't done before. And this is a daily forgiveness of yourself. This is a daily forgiveness of those that hurt you or those that you feel, did something to you wrongfully. The Lord's Prayer is about daily forgiveness of sins. That's why it's daily, is because we need it every single day. The other thing I'm going to suggest here that is huge is a confession deck, an affirmations deck about who you're becoming, not who you were. Look, you have the tape, right? You have the tape of who you were. You have the tape of what makes you mad. You have the tape of how you respond. We need to create new tape. We need to create a new vision, a new plan. We need to create your mouth is going to become that tape that you're replaying every single day. It says faith comes by hearing and hearing God's word. You need to hear what God says about you, not what the devil says about you, not what these mental loops are saying about you, how bad, how much you missed it, failure. You need a new deck, a new alignment, a new strategy for all this thing. You need to, and I suggest this to guys, is to have a fast of negative talk. Negative talk fast, where you don't say anything negatively about anybody or anything, and you start with 1 day and work your way up to 3 days and 7 days. No negative talk, no echo chambers and all this stuff where you just get, fixated on all this stuff that's happening. Get rid of it. anger is not there for you. It's erased. We build what's in the future. So let me know in the comments which truth bomb hit you the most. And this is why we do the deep work in the cohort. It's not just about goals, it's about peace. And if you're tired of carrying it alone, you're tired of trying to do it on your own, DIYing your life, it sucks, man. It's not the way you're supposed to be doing it. Click the link below, drop a comment, schedule some time, and let's rebuild you faster and going into the direction that you want to go, that's in your heart to go. And let's get you there. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one.